Yesterday I tweeted this, saying that making the Necromancer mod cost me less than 5 minutes. But you say that in reality it's not that easy. So let me teach you how to do it. In the last update, they add this item that if you use it having skulls around you, you will do necromancy and they will follow you and they will fight with you, yada yada. And the Baron Skeleton Praetorian is the mob that drops that item. Like always, join a war, do /op self, go to creative tools, assets, asset editor, click the 3 dots, add pack, put a pack name, and the group that can be your name. Save it and go back again to the Hytale pack. So now we check the name, we go back to the asset editor, we go to Hytale like I said, and in server we search for embers. And under item, weapon, spellbook, we have the item, the JSON, because this is a JSON file that we are going to edit. Don't get scared because we are not going to use the source. We are going to go to editor and we are going to change everything inside of here. So guys, let's start modding. Right click in the weapon spellbook, click on duplicate, type the name of your item, and click on create. And now in your asset pack, search for the name of your item and then you can start modifying it. And if you don't see the photo of your item, go to source and go back to editor and it will fix it. And now go back to the game and search for the item name that we have here. You can see that is yours because in the ID it says the name that you put in your item. I'm going to explain a lot of things, so check the timestamp to check what you want to know or what you don't care. But I really recommend to watch the whole video. So let's go to the general tab, starting with the icon. The icon is what we see here. If we want a spellbook that, for example, let's search for spellbook, let's go, for example, with fire. And this is not going to change the item in the game, but just the icon. The max stack size is 5 because in the base game, when the necromancer uses the book, it disappears and the max skeletons that we can have is 5. So if we want to have an infinite necromancer, we can do a max stack size of 1 and later we will change it to not disappear the book. And the quality is the quality. We can go to items and here we can choose legendary, for example, and now it's legendary. The item sound set ID, this is not the sound that this makes. This is the sound of doing this. So click it and here we can choose, for example, Splatty. And in Splatty now let's go to rendering, and in rendering we can choose now the model and the texture. So let's choose the item model. In the item model, if we click, we're going to be in a folder that we don't care about it. So let's go back to root, click on root, and here go to items, weapons, spellbook, and in spellbook we can choose the one that we need. And obviously the texture looks weird because we have to change it and put the one of the model. So we go to the same folder of the model. In my case, it was item, weapons, spellbook, and now I can choose the book fire. The model and the texture are perfect. And now let's start with the cool part. Go to interactions, open the interactions again, and these two here is the left click, that is the primary, and the right click, that is the secondary. If you want to make your life easier, I recommend to just delete the secondary click and focus on the primary. But if you want to do both, you can do both and copy paste or do different things. Open it, go again to interactions, go to 0. The horizontal speed multiplier, this is because when you are casting it, you go slower and put 3, for example, and now you go really fast. Or you can do the opposite. After that, go under it and go to next. And in next we have 0 and 0.8. The 0 is only to make an interaction effect. So we can ignore the 0, close it, and open the 0.8. And here we have the block set that we have the necromancy bones that we can change it to, for example, let's go to again to Hytale, block. Let's search for campfire, for example. Here is how many you can spawn at once. Let's change it to 10. But before we try, remember to use code SUS in the Hytale store. And if you need a server, use Apex Hosting. My affiliate link will be in the comments. So what we have to do is place the block, try it. And if this happens, that is because you are not in survival mode. So put the campfire again or the block that you used and it works. We have the skeleton. What are we going to do now is change the guy here. So click in your asset pack, go to Hytale and search for Ryzen. Now right click here, duplicate, and now let's type the name of our mob underscore ally. For example, let's put magma toad ally. We created, and in our pack, we search for that mob. And here in the source, because the editor doesn't work, we had to change the flock array and the appearance. How you know the name of your mob? Go to the game, creative tools, world, spawn entity, and now here you can search for your mob. For example, mine, I want it to be the Toad Rhino Magma. So we go here again and we type exactly how it's in the game. We copy it and we put it in appearance too. And now in spawn entity, we can search for our mob, Magma Toad Ally, and we can check that is correct. Now let's go back. We can put it in editor mode, and under the block that we modified, we click in interactions, 0, interactions, and the index 0 is the one to spawn the NPC. In Rising Knight, we click, we go to our asset pack, NPC, and we choose our mob. And now you can go try it. But before trying it, I'm going to show you a few things. The interaction number 1 is the one that destroys the block. So you can remove it or change some of the settings or play with that. And the interaction number 2 is the one that destroys the item of your inventory. If you don't want that, you can literally just remove it with this X here, and that's it. So if we take it, we place it, we go survival, we try, we have our toads following us. Let's try to fight. I mean, they're not really smart, but they're trying, okay? It's their first day. Like you can see, they have the sword and the shield. How we can change that? We go to our asset pack, we search for the mob, the weapons and the offhand weapon, we can remove them or change it to the one that you need. For example, let's try to remove them. We remove this and this, and this. We apply changes, let's try to spawn it, and they don't have anything now. This is a little bit more advanced, but even if you are a beginner, you can understand. Our mob has as a parent this template. We can go to Hytale and search for that template. This template, what it does, like you can see, is huge. Here are the interactions. This is what it does to follow us, to fight for us, and everything. If we want to change something here, instead of changing the template, if you're not going to make a lot of mobs, I recommend to copy whatever you want and paste it here. Because then, if we copy something and paste it here, what we are doing is overriding it, the thing on the template. Like if you see here, the offhand has a torch. But if we go here, the offhand doesn't have anything, and that's overridden. And if you remember, I told you that the drop of this guy is the Necromancer book. How we can do that with other mob and in our item. Go to Hytale, search for drop _, and here we have the drops of all the mobs in the game. If we want, for example, that the cow drops our book, I hope you don't do that, but for example, instead of right-clicking and duplicate, since we are going to add something here, go to override, don't say the name, because if you change it, it will not override it. And now in our asset pack, we have the drop cow. And we see that we have 100% that is going to drop the beef. Quantity min 1, quantity max, let's choose 1, 2, for my example. And we put our book here, Zeusley _ Mancer. And now if we spawn a cow, it will drop our book. And if you want the model and the texture to be a custom one, I recommend to watch my custom skin video, but instead of using the player model, take a weapon model or the spellbook model, and it will work. We can modify more things, but I don't want to make the tutorial super long. So if you need help or whatever, I can help you in my Discord. So join the Discord and see you in the next video.